Here is your AI briefing for July 7th, 2026, with 12 stories. Story 1. U.S. investors will soon get access to SK Hynix, another memory maker riding the AI boom. On Friday, SK Hynix's multi-billion-dollar U.S. IPO is set to open access for U.S. investors as AI-driven demand boosts revenues and demand for its memory chips. The offering allows retail investors to participate in the high-growth memory semiconductor sector. This expansion diversifies portfolio options beyond traditional chip makers like Samsung or Micron. SK Hynix's IPO capitalizes on the AI hype cycle, letting retail investors gamble on hardware margins, while the real value accrues to the model trainers. Story 2. ByteDance and Alibaba to pull agent features as China cracks down on human-like AI? ByteDance and Alibaba are disabling human-like custom agent features on their apps as Beijing's first emotional AI rules take effect, replacing them with safer non-agent user flows. The new guidelines mandate explicit disclaimers and restrict voice interactions to prevent deceptive emotional bonding with users. This shift forces tech giants to redesign interface architectures, significantly increasing compliance costs while eroding competitive advantages derived from personalized AI personas. ByteDance and Alibaba sacrifice personalization for compliance, proving Chinese regulators prioritize political safety over user experience in the emotional AI race. Story 3. Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker signs AI Safety Measures Act into law. On June 2026, Illinois Gov. J.B. Pritzker signed an AI Safety Measures Act requiring covered companies to disclose safety practices and report AI incidents, aiming to standardize state oversight. The legislation mandates quarterly risk assessments for high-impact systems, establishing a compliance framework that applies to any entity deploying artificial intelligence within state borders. This regulatory burden forces major tech firms to align their domestic operations with Illinois-specific transparency standards, potentially influencing national policy debates. Illinois mandates disclosure, but without enforcement teeth or federal backing, this is likely just another bureaucratic checklist for companies to ignore.
Story 4.
Your family's $300 stake in OpenAI. Financial Times reported Thursday that Sam Altman supports a $300 per family AI wealth stake plan for Americans, shifting payouts from open-ended promises to a concrete per-household mechanism. The plan distributes $10,000 to 30 million households, funded by taxing AI company profits and trading fees. This direct cash injection aims to offset job displacement caused by automation across the workforce. Altman's $300 bribe is a PR stunt to preempt regulation, proving OpenAI still views the public as a liability rather than a partner. Story 5. If you use Google, you're training its AI. Here's how to opt out. Google's privacy update expands AI training to more user data by default. You can opt out via specific settings, web and mobile, but the switch may require rechecking over time. Users must manually toggle the setting in both Google account settings on desktop and within the Google app on iOS or Android to prevent data usage. This opt-out mechanism resets periodically, requiring active maintenance to ensure continued privacy protection against default AI training. Google monetizes your privacy by default, forcing users into a whack-a-mole game of settings management just to stop feeding its AI engine. Story 6. The real energy problem with AI agents isn't the number going viral. Kayist researchers show the viral 136.5x power figure is an extreme case, and that agent energy and cost swing by workload, duration, and infrastructure choices, making planning harder than for chatbots. Agent inference requires continuous state maintenance and multi-turn reasoning, creating sustained energy demands distinct from single-query chatbots. Kayist's viral 136.5x stat is a peak, not an average. The real headache is planning for workload-induced cost swings, not chasing a misleading multiplier. Story 7. UK regulator warns of arms race to keep up with AI use in financial services. UK FCA official says millions already use AI for personal finance, warning regulators face an arms race as adversarial model advances outpace oversight, pushing for expanded watchdog powers. The FCA proposes real-time data access and mandatory model registration to monitor adversarial tactics effectively. The FCA's arms race warning ignores that retail banks already profit from AI-driven friction, making regulatory expansion a shield for incumbents, not a consumer safety net. Story 8. Thomson Reuters shows trusted AI starts with data. Thomson Reuters ties trusted AI to curated authoritative datasets plus governance and domain experts, reducing hallucinations compared with generic model training and enabling regulated analytics workflows. This approach mandates strict human-in-the-loop validation for legal and financial outputs. Consequently, compliance teams bear increased workload to verify model-generated content before publication. Thomson Reuters monetizes bureaucracy, proving that trusted AI is just expensive data janitorial work disguised as innovation. Story 9. Import AI 464. Fables writes GPU kernels, AI automation, and analog computation. Fable automated GPU kernel generation, producing a megakernel for faster RSI loop execution, signaling a shift from manual optimization to self-improving AI tooling. The system auto-tunes parallelization strategies without developer intervention. This reduces hardware dependency by maximizing existing GPU utilization for compute-bound tasks. Fable's megakernel proves AI can optimize the metal, yet we're still waiting for it to write code that doesn't crash. Story 10. AI data centers can drink 5 million gallons a day. NVIDIA says its new servers need almost none. NVIDIA says its latest servers use a 45 intake temperature approach that cuts coolant demand to near zero, enabling AI data centers to drop from millions of gallons per day toward far smaller daily intake. This thermal efficiency allows facilities to bypass expensive liquid cooling infrastructure, significantly reducing capital expenditure for hyperscalers. Consequently, data center operators can repurpose freed-up power capacity for additional compute workloads without expanding their utility footprint. NVIDIA's near-zero coolant claim ignores the massive electricity needed to chill air to 45 degrees, shifting the water burden to the grid. Story 11. Agent gateways are becoming the control plane for enterprise AI. After Palo Alto acquired Portkey and Solo.io donated Agent Gateway to the Linux Foundation, agent gateways are being positioned as enterprise AI control planes, raising MCP governance and cost questions for CXOs this year. Centralizing control allows enterprises to enforce unified security policies and cost tracking across diverse agent ecosystems. This shift forces IT leaders to overhaul legacy integration strategies to manage vendor lock-in risks effectively. Security vendors and open-source foundations are racing to monopolize AI orchestration, turning protocol governance into a pay-to-play gatekeeping exercise for enterprises. Story 12. LaRobot v0.6.0. Imagine, evaluate, improve. LaRobot v0.6.0 upgrades its Imagine, Evaluate, Improve pipeline by adding finer-grained policy rollout evaluation and tighter dataset agent iteration loops, improving iteration speed for robot learning workflows. This update reduces iteration cycles by allowing immediate policy assessment during rollout, enabling faster convergence for robotic agents. LaRobot optimizes the grind for robot learning engineers, not the robots themselves, turning iteration latency into the new competitive moat. That is the briefing for today.